Hi guys, and welcome to my next tutorial. This time we're going to learn the blanket stitch weave. You'll want to start by grabbing at least 2 strands of raffia, folding it in the middle and finding that middle point. Using a bright colour, I'm using green as the wrapping strand, put a little length on one side and the rest of it on the other. And then we want to tie a knot, and that's going to hold everything in place while we get started. Once you have a knot, grab both of those tails, pull them together into one, and make a tiny little P, and this will form our centered donut. To begin our donut, we want to push the needle through that center hole. We're going to wrap over the top of it, and this first loop is just to secure everything in place and to put the raffia in the starting point. So next stitch, wrap it under, over, and then pull it through, making sure you're not going to get it tangled on anything. And you want to pull straight out. Next one, so through, under, over, pull, and what you'll have in between each stitch is a little loop or a little hole, and this is what we will use to anchor each rotation to the previous one. So we just keep repeating this stitch until we have made a donut, and nice and tight, just go through, under and over, and you should end up with something like this. So to do the next rotation, you want to find that first hole, push through, and then just repeat the stitch same way you did before, only we are anchoring through these holes now. So to expand our rotation and keep an even covering of raffia, you want to do 2 stitches per hole. And so just like knitting, if you need to make it bigger, add a stitch. If you need to make it smaller, drop a stitch. So you'll get a feel for how many stitches you need to pick up and drop as you go along, depending on the size and style of your basket, whether you like the core being seen, or I like to cover it up as much as possible. So I like to keep my stitches nice and tight. But yeah, once you get the rhythm of it, it's so easy. And it's quite therapeutic. I find it a lot easier than knitting. And I like to sit here in my rocking chair and do it and look like this little basket weaving granny. Come back for the next video and we'll build up the walls and change strands and finish it off. Thanks for following, guys.